On today's episode of WatchJRGo, we are back at my new house. And as you can tell, my bed's not sitting there. I'm not quite sleeping in this house yet. What is going on, guys? I'm WatchJRGo, and today, like I said, we are back at the house where we are working away as fast as possible to make this move-in a reality. The hope was to be laying floors tonight, and if the floors go in and we trim this thing out real quick, we could be moving things in immediately. But we're not quite there yet. Now, obviously, earlier in the week, we got all the ceilings textured, and honestly, I went and made some car videos so we wouldn't have to do daily updates on the ceiling texture going on and all that fun stuff. But we got all of that done all the way throughout the house. It looks great. Check this out, guys. We are prepped. You're ready to start spraying, huh?
You got it, bro.
I am excited for this.
Not me.
Not me. Oh, I love it. All right, well, I'm going back into my closet over here so I can... Do you need this stool?
No, I needed it to fix that gap right there by the thermostat.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm gonna shoot some sheetrock in. Now, as of a few minutes ago, all of the ceilings have been painted with Valspar's signature ceiling white, which is a color I like, and it goes up really well, and it's pretty flat. Big fan of that. So the ceilings are done, and now we're starting on the walls. And when I say we're starting on the walls, well, we're about done with the walls, if I'm being honest. Of course, this closet got done quite a few days ago, completely. And now you can see the kitchen has its first coat. It's still very shiny as it dries down to its satin sheen. And the dining room is... You know, all of these are just rough hits because we still have to cut in the tops. You can see all the way around that we haven't painted that. We just rolled all of the walls in real quick. But with that said, this is probably about ready for its second coat, and it's cut in, and everything else is moving right along. Now, the sun's going down and there's no lights in this house because we took them all down to get the ceilings done. So right now, let's jump straight into the time lapse and put some lights in. This closet was completely stacked with lights when we started just a minute ago. And now there's only a couple left, which means now I have them in and most of them on and running. And it's time to start the very painstaking alignment process. That's gonna take me a bit, but the bright side of this is, get it, is really the fact that I get to put the speakers in. I have been missing the speakers in this room because we only have one set of speakers in the house. So the work radio, it's pretty lame, but in a minute, it's about to be the entire house again. So we have speakers cut in all over and we just hadn't put them in yet. And now I get to start putting them back in. So it's time to line up some lights and stick in some speakers. Luckily, the speakers are really, really easy to put in. They just have those flip over clamps and they clamp onto the sheetrock. So it just takes a few minutes. The lights, they take forever. Well, this is one of those updates where I just have to quit because I'm physically too tired to carry on. It's the next day and we worked until 4 a.m. The house is almost 100% painted. All of the lights have been laser aligned. You can see the panels for the TV's junction box, all that good stuff are in. The paint should be dry. We're ready to put the TV mount back on the wall, and then I get to get in the ceiling and cut 4 big holes for speakers. In fact, the new Focal speakers are so big that we decided we had to wait till everything was finished to cut those in, because there would have been like insulation could fall through the holes. They're big. I mean, they're 16 by 16. It's a big hole. So they also have to be dead square, so it's gonna take a little bit of measuring and finesse to get those in. And then once those are in, I can put the TV on the wall. So very, very close to 100% in the living room. The electricians came yesterday and almost got through all the outlets in the house. You can see they're all Decora now. There are far less of the old school outlets, and hopefully by the end of the day there will be 0 old school outlets left in this house. The dining room is completely finished, minus a couple imperfections on the wall. When the sheetrock guys were here today, I had them clean this up, and it looks like it's gonna get sanded one more time tomorrow, and then we'll finish 2 coats on those little patches. But the entire dining room has been coated 2 times and is looking really good. The kitchen, we even painted behind the cabinets. I know, insanity. Probably a massive waste of money. It hasn't been cut in at the ceiling yet, but it doesn't even need cut in because it gets cabinets all the way around except over the sink. So the paint is going so fast. It's crazy that it's just thousands of dollars of paint to paint a house. Those are the 6th buckets of paint, the 6th 5-gallon buckets. This got painted all the way down to the transition. The closet's painted. Need some corners cut in, but we went all night and everything's double coated and there's a few cut in spots left. Also, I came in here and installed the lights that have never existed before. So we've got obviously a square light there, a lighted heated mirror here, toe kick lighting down there. Those are all sharing a switch. And of course, lights over here that will light the, those will go to the lighted fan, which is right here. These are the brand new Kohler Atmo fans. I don't think anyone's really installed these yet. So some of the first ones you'll ever see, the 34455-NAs. First of all, that fan is gigantic. I mean, it's huge. It's gonna be a ton of work just to get that installed. And then over here, you can see our Unify 7 Pro Maxes. This is the lighting assembly that goes on the bottom of that fan. So it should light the entire bathroom and be incredibly fancy. This has been my dream, and when we build the shower, it's gonna be one of the craziest things YouTube's ever seen. Nobody actually knows how to put DTV systems together, so I'm excited to show you guys. This is the one room we didn't paint because it was getting finished sanded today, and there's one more day of sheetrock sanding on the ceiling box, which is almost perfect. The lights are here, everything is here except for the driver. So these are ready to drop in the slot as soon as it's painted. I just don't want any paint dropping on the LEDs and causing even a dot of irregularity on the ceiling. I want that to be perfectly even. Oh, all the speakers are in the master bedroom, and if we turn them up on the wall, check it out. So nice. So anyway, that is the update for today. We pretty much built the whole house in a night. The only reason these lights aren't in is because I want to look at the ceiling one more time and decide if we need to do one more coat. The dining room and the living room have 2 coats. This one has a heavy coat. It looks really good, but I just want to make sure that the ceiling's flawless before we lock it in with the lights. And right now, I'm headed to buy all the floors. So, we're not exactly on track for moving in tomorrow like I hoped, but we're getting really close. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop WatchJRGo.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. There are just piles of Kohler boxes all over this house. It's insane. I think in this box, it's just piles of more Kohler boxes. And more are on the way. I can't wait to tell you guys the stories about acquiring this and trying to work with people that can even get this stuff. It's been crazy.